want to start this morning by doing a quick property tour. We have about 1/4 of an acre here in Kona, Hawaii. At this point, there are a little over 200 varieties of plants in the garden. Many of those are edibles. So let's take a quick look. We have an apple banana here. It's not flowering at the moment. It's not fruiting. It's one of the only bananas I think on the property that isn't, but I think we're really close. Here we've got some Alocasia Caladora with some crotons in there. Nice croton norma. Schefflera right there. Move down the line. Got some palms. Cassava edible, also known as tapioca. Poblano chilies, the hibiscus. Alocasia plumbago behind it. Ginger behind that. Macadamia Nut Tree. With this macadamia nut, I've been pruning it fairly heavily. You can see the central lead is removed. I'm trying to keep this a bit squatter, but looking very good, very healthy. That is an avocado, kahalu'u. It's from University of Hawaii program. This is a Mexican thornless lime. This is the other view of this area. So the intent here originally was to put in a screen of palms, and it's worked pretty well. Got almost complete privacy back here at this point, so this is a little secret garden. Another cassava there. This area right here is all Alocasia Regal shield. I did a video maybe about 6-7 months ago of planting that. Since then it has really taken off. I've divided it many times over. That's a division, and there are several divisions in there, so really happy with the way that plant has performed. This palm right here is beetle nut. It's the palm where you can eat the nuts and get a narcotic effect from it. Probably, I don't know, 5 or 10 years away from getting it with this guy, but it's also a really beautiful palm tree. Can't cover everything, so I'll just move on to another area. Here is the way the driveway looks now, framed on either side. We've got green tea coming up this side, a mix on the left side. Really happy with the way this turned out. So here we have an eggplant. It's been in the ground there for 2 years, produced, I don't know, probably 100 pounds of eggplants. Just keeps going. I think in the temperate climates, eggplant is thought of as an annual. It's really a perennial. This keeps going. I'll show another eggplant that's even older. So we'll start by going all the way down this path. So this path leads all the way around the perimeter of the property. This hillside was one of the newer additions, and it's growing in really nicely. At one point I had some ground cover in there. I removed it and just planted individual plants. Kind of the interesting thing in here is blueberry. There's a blueberry plant. We are in Kona, Hawaii. Got some tiny little blueberries last year, but this is flowering. So we'll see if we get any more blueberries off of this. And then let me come all the way back around to the front. I'll post a video on this row of wax ficus at some point, how I prune it, how I keep it in check. Really happy with this plant. It's one of my favorite sort of background plants here. It's a very good foundation plant, I think. I'll use it a lot more in the future. Coming around here, we've got this is a lemon tree. Finally getting a few little lemons for the first time on this. This is a basil that I've just let go to seed. The bees love it, the pollinators love it. This bad boy right here is a habanero, grown from seed from a habanero from the grocery store. It makes fiery hot habanero. On the other hand, this habanero, which I bought as a small plant at a big box store. I thought it was a habanero, but it's actually, I think it's a nabanero. It's a habanero that has zero heat, so it produces copious amounts. It's probably produced 50 pounds of habaneros without a joke. Just, well, maybe not 50, I don't know, but just buckets of habaneros that aren't spicy at all. Tahitian lime. Dwarf ladyfinger banana. Doesn't get much taller than that. Really great plant. This is an eggplant that is about 2.5 years old. I've cut it all the way back to the ground over and over again because I need to plant other stuff, and every time I do, it just comes back over and over again. So this is Black Beauty, just the big globe eggplants. This is a real ornamental hedge. There's some dwarf, pygmy date palms in here, which will eventually be the kind of the focal points of this. Coming around, got our little taro patch here. Probably needs a little bit more water. I have it on a dripper system, not quite getting enough water. But I think this also proves that taro doesn't need a wet, boggy area. It can grow pretty well with just limited amounts of water. This is sort of the kitchen garden area. Got my Tuscan kale, which we harvest from almost every day. Got poblanos, tomatoes, green onions, which we harvest from very regularly. Sage, and all of this is the backdrop of hibiscus. Now we've entered the backyard. A little patch here of, this is a single oregano plant grown from seed that's done really great. I'm going to grow this as a ground cover in the future. Come around the steps to the pathway we were down on before, curls all the way around down to here and comes up these stairs. This is a clementine, and then there's a row of fig trees all along the base of that. Let's just take a quick step down there. Figs have grown in pretty nicely. Got our coffee plants here. We had our first harvest a couple months ago. Got a big bowl of them and roasted up some coffee. This is sort of the primary row of fig trees here. This is a Celeste Fig. Produced a lot of figs, a lot of small ones. The workhorse has been the white Cadota. This has produced tons and tons and tons of fruit. Always produces it all year long for us here. And then, ironically, the Texas Everbearing, which is what this is, has produced zero. So I'm assuming it's my growing habits or my the conditions I'm giving the plant. But all in all, nice little espalier here, which has worked really well. Thin, doesn't take up too much space. Fairly easy to prune. That's the property line with a row of bottle brush. It's done nicely. This monster, which is probably 8 feet tall, is Alocasia Imperial Red. Highly recommended. Just beautiful, beautiful plant. I mean, look at that trunk. And this is, a few years ago I did a video called Ginger Naturalizing in My Backyard, and this is a division from that plant. This is shampoo ginger, and just a beautiful, beautiful flowers. Cool plant. It turned deciduous last year, so it died all the way back to the ground, so we'll see if that happens again this year. This is purple fig. Produces really tasty fruit that the birds usually get before we can. As soon as they turn purple, the birds get them, so we have to be on them and get them early in the morning. Our papaya. Another avocado tree. Avocado, this is a Hass avocado. More figs. More bananas. So as you can see, quite a mix of ornamentals and edibles. Another eggplant. This bed right here is a mix between ornamentals, but then this is sweet potato. And these days I've been eating the sweet potato leaves more than the tubers. I just come out here and pick them off as greens. Alocasia lowrider, the most unfortunate name for the coolest plant. This is a seed-grown macadamia nut. And we've got, this is brown turkey fig, which has got some beautiful, beautiful ripe fruit. And you can see that one down there. The birds got to it before we did, so we need to pick this ASAP. This is Zingiber officinalis, which is edible ginger. So if I pulled this up, that down there, I'd pull out and have edible ginger rhizome. And back around, dwarf Cavendish bananas. These have been the best producing bananas. And then we're all the way back out to the front. So this is about 2.5 years from nothing. If you're interested in seeing how this came to be, look back. I show most of the progress for this yard, but this is sort of, I would say, more or less finished landscape. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the video.